Good morning. So, part of the spiritual awakening and the rising into oneself and coming back home to yourself is learning how to delay gratifications. Um, it's part of the self mastery process because the more that we can contain ourselves and the more that we can be in control of ourselves, that means pull ourselves out of our regular typical boundaries or our typical behaviors, then we can like jolt the system. We can become stronger and become more intentional beings and more in control over our avatar and our experience. So, delayed gratification is not only teaches us how to sit in things that make us uncomfortable, it also allows us to sit in, when we delay a gratification, we are we are allowing ourselves to receive more. We stay in the receiving mode and we allow a larger gratification in the future. So we're coming into a higher purpose, a bigger purpose, more control over ourselves, even if it's not something tangible that you can taste right away, or it's like giving up smaller gratifications for the larger gratification of self mastery, which in the end feels that much better. Um, Alongside this, just a second, I lost the connectivity. Just a second. Okay, so connected to the subject is when we disperse. That means when we're going through something that is emotional, something is some kind of intense emotions, or we're going up one step, or we're progressing along this spiritual journey. A lot of the times we will come into, first of all, we'll come into a lot of pain that we have to overcome, and we will come into places of discomfort, and we will want to speak those places. We will want to disperse the energy. It's uncomfortable to sit in it. We want to already have the conclusions of the situation, so we will want to speak them out, or we will want to act them out, or we will want to do some kind of recreate, some kind of out, something that will, because it's like a bubble that's building in you. You want to disperse it. And we do this in many different ways. We do this by gratifications. We do this by addictions, addictions of behavior. We do this by speaking whatever it is, coming to the conclusions before the fruit is ripened, right? So if we allow ourselves to sit in that for longer without bringing it into words, right? Because once you take something that you're going through and you put it into words, you've concluded it. You have stopped it from progressing into the deeper levels. Sometimes something has to go all the way full circle within you before you put it into words. Because once you put it into words, you have brought it into existence. Words is a vibration coming from here. As a vibration. It is the first it is the first manifestation, right? When you have a thought, it is in your mind, it is inside of your being, right? When you have something that you're going through, it's within. The minute that you put it into words, you bore it into the world. So you have brought it into existence. You have concluded it into a fine little package and brought it out into the world and manifested it in way of words, right? So you've packaged it already. You've closed it from further progression. So when you don't bring it into words, when you allow yourself to sit in that pain without any kind of out, without giving yourself some kind of relief, some kind of, because when you put something into words, you conclude it, you put it into relief, you put it into understanding what it is already, and closing it off into words, then you have dispersed it. And a lot of times we disperse it with minor conclusions before we allow it to do full circle and before we allow it to go deeper and deeper and deeper. See, I've realized this a lot of times when I'm going through something. I'll want to talk it out. Let's say I've had this experience that I've called a girlfriend and wanted to talk to her about it. and she isn't available to talk. And so I sit in it until maybe the next day. And by the time I speak with her about whatever the subject was, it has so far it has evolutionized so far that it's completely different than what I had wanted to speak with her about the day before. And not only is it different, it's so much deeper and so much more has deeper meaning, and I've gotten so much more healing from it. So a lot of times when we just sit in it and don't conclude it, so this takes a lot of delayed gratification, right? It's connected to the delayed gratification. When you allow yourself to delay that gratification and just sit in it, even if it's uncomfortable because it's pulling you out of your regular boundaries. It's uncomfortable because it is taking you into new places that you haven't visited before. It is teaching you new things. So new is always uncomfortable at first until you can ease into it, right? It's like putting on a new shoe and then you have to wait for the shoe to kind of. So it's very important to find ways of delayed gratification and to just sit in things. It helps you with your self mastery. Knowing that you can, a lot of times, just gives you so much more strength in any situation in life. Knowing that you can and that you have the power, it allows you to live life way more openly and allow more things to come into your existence because you know that you can deal with them and that you are strong within your own self and your own beliefs and within your own capabilities, and knowing who you are and what you're made of, and knowing that you always have the choice. You don't have to straight away disperse the energy. So if something is coming at you that doesn't sit with your belief system, it doesn't mean that when you are completely strong in your own beliefs, and because you put the beliefs there, you understand your beliefs, then you become available, and uh, things external from you, when people come and speak with you, things that don't sit well with your belief system or your beliefs, you're not insulted by it. You're not, mi'uyam is the word I'm looking for. You're not, that's the word in Hebrew. It doesn't move you. Other people's beliefs don't move you when you're strong in your own belief system. So you have the capability of hearing it and understanding what they're saying and seeing where they're coming from without it like there's a perfect word. There's a perfect word. And so you allow more into your existence. And not only that, when you are fully solid within your own beliefs, because you have gone through yourself and you understand what you believe, and everything that you believe has been put there with purpose, with strength, then you are able to hear other people and understand why and where they're caught up, and you become like uh, uh, um, you become a healing power. You also remain more flexible because you allow more things to come in because you trust yourself in your own judgment. So you allow yourself to hear more, which expands you, because as long as you're listening and hearing other people's opinions and other people's truths, then you stay fluid and you can allow more into your existence. You can allow more beliefs, and it enriches your life further and further and further. So delayed gratification is a tool for self-mastery and self-expansion. Delayed gratification teaches you who you are, and you come into mastery of yourself, and you allow processes to go deeper and further in, and do the full circle of what they have come to teach you before you disperse the energy. So that is about delayed gratification. Thank you for watching. Sending you guys so much love.